What are you guys all giggling?
I want to use the sound effect, but it's like I don't know which one to use because I want to use both now.
Your weekly football banter from the BenchWarmers, who never come off the bench. This is The Bench with a voice, where the bench is always warm.
That is honestly the worst intro. What is going on, BenchWarmers? We are back. Happy 420, and I am so high off of that result at the bridge today. Oh man, I'm ecstatic, guys. A lot to go over today. I care a lot about this. McGuire doesn't care about Liverpool's quadruple. He doesn't care about defending either. I think we saw that.
The memes.
Alisson Maximum doesn't care about winning either. I mean, LA, they won today. He's more focused about dancing on the pitch. You know, so we'll get into that. Man City and Liverpool getting the job done, taking it to the very end of the day. End of the season. And for your roster today, nobody. Because we're all BenchWarmers. That's why we're here. I am one of your hosts. My name is Eric.
Nico, Nick.
John.
Marco. And we
Polo.
are. I'm kidding.
The bench. So if you're watching
the
this,
bench
you're,
with the voice,
you
with the
see-
bench is always.
all right. So prior to recording, we were talking about. We have some new technical advances now where we can add more features to the podcast, which we're trying out today. Actually, if you're watching, you see we had headphones. If you're listening, we can finally add sound effects and things within the recording on the spot, which we're trialing out right now. So our next thing on the agenda is an intro song, an intro beat or something. So listen, we're gonna try to create our own. Gat is appointed himself,
Yes, thank you, Gat, for actually making this one.
so he appointed himself. But
Wow.
listen,
No
if
pressure.
If anybody's out there that has some artistry that they want to put out there and throw something our way, we'll gladly put it out there and try it out. So make sure you do all that. Subscribe, like, follow on Instagram, all the socials in the description down below. You can email us. Nobody really does that anymore because it's all spam nowadays, but you can.
I can't remember when was the last time I actually looked at the email.
I actually looked at the bench email.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the last time I looked at my email, it's 400 emails ago, so I gotta scroll through that. I know it's bothering me right now. Like I purposely avoid it. I try not to look at it because I know it irks me. So
Mine says 17,000.
I can't. I would
sorry,
not
what?
be able to look at
I was
that.
about to say that used to be me over 1,000, but you just take the cake on that.
14,000. I can't even go through that. Like
I
imagine
don't. I
imagine
usually
you
just
go
delete
through
it.
that and you find something like, oh shit.
I'm the millionaire
this
I
is
never knew.
Yeah, imagine.
I did that with my over 1,000 emails once upon a time a couple years ago. I just went on my computer, mark all as read, and fingers crossed that there was anything
Dude,
important.
So I gotta actually scrub through that. But how are you guys? How's everything?
Good. Can't complain. I mean, I can complain, but no one really cares and wants to listen.
I don't
Anyway,
know.
so.
People want to listen to a United fan who's upset. Trust me, they definitely want to listen to that.
Good
And
content.
It's good content. But look, before we get into today's episode, I did want to ask you guys a simple question, just kind of get the gears, grinding a little bit, just to kick things off for today. Let me put on my notes real quick. I see it right in front of me. Where did I put the question at? Where did I put the question at? All right, here we go. If you could spend a day with one player, who would it be and why? And I wasn't going to extend this to player and a celebrity or player anybody in the world, but we'll just keep it player for now. And if you want to tackle it now, we can. If you want to save it for the end, we can do that too. So leave it up to you.
I need time.
You done?
Yeah, let's do it to the end. I have a couple that I'm thinking of, and I'm like, I want to point which one I prefer to like say this is it.
You want to wait till the end too?
Yeah,
Nick?
let's wait till the end.
All right, so we'll wait till the end. If you have anybody in mind, let us know. But that is the question. Well, I mean, the whole idea is to get your mind thinking, and you guys are already postponing to the end. So how about no?
Because I literally don't know. I have to just think, okay, well, who's here, who's there? I'll figure it out.
Luis Suarez, you want to hang out with him?
Why? He'll bite me.
Oh, that's
Hey, you share a mate.
That is true. That is true.
But how's he gonna drink it with the straws all bitten?
This is a very thoughtful podcast. We ask great questions.
Is it current footballer?
Anything, any footballer in the past, present, future. Well, not future, because obviously we're not there yet. But past or present.
I have mine.
Okay, go ahead.
Zidane.
Okay, why?
I'd love to have that conversation about how does it feel to be one of the few players to be able to have 3 Champions League in different positions of the life, as a player, as an assistant coach, and as a coach itself. And having accomplished all that, what's next? And around that topic would be my conversation.
Okay. Zidane, yeah. I mean, that you can't really fault that. Probably majority of people.
I mean, I for a minute I actually thought Pescadito too.
Pescadito.
As a Guatemalan, you would always want to. Yeah. But I think that one's it's sad, but I think that one's easier to actually accomplish. Hey, you can end up in the fucking Cuarta playing like who was it that played there for a minute? Pando Ramirez, yeah. So I mean, you never know.
Bro,
I don't think. If I had to pick one, I am overthinking. If I had to pick one right now, I would say before I started watching the Prem, before I became a United supporter, I would say
so the good days.
So yeah, the better days when things were actually won. Roberto Carlos.
Ooh,
he was the reason why I started liking Madrid. So I think it'd be nice to just pick his brain, just hang out with him.
Okay.
I got 3. And I'll give it an explanation.
You guys prepped this question beforehand because I was way too quick.
No, I thought of it. I thought I was quick.
Hey, you get over the episode and watch. By the time you get there, you still wouldn't know.
Probably.
Number 1, Neymar Jr.
Okay.
Because I'd love to know, like, on his general, like, his lifestyle in the media and the media's perception about him and how he goes about playing football, whether it be for his national team, PSG, or Barcelona. A couple years ago, and how he just gets through all the media stuff and whatnot. Second, before he passed away, Johan Cruyff. Just would love to just have a chat with him about just football in general. He's probably, if you think about like one footballing mind, you'll think about Johan Cruyff, like just pure footballing brain. And third, Messi, because he's arguably the greatest player of all time. And I love to know things about his career and what would have happened that other people don't know, because he's one of the most famous people of all time, not even just sports, just all time. And I'd love to know just things about him and his playing career, and like I said, things that people don't know.
Damn, that's a good one. I like that. I would want to meet Messi too, but I just feel it'd be awkward to talk to him. I feel like he's awkward.
Yeah,
you know, and I'm like, who could I relate to the most? Not relate to, because honestly, these guys are all like better than me, of course, but not, I mean, all of them. Greenwood. But for the most part, like, these guys are all like, you know, supermodels, like fucking heroes. I'm like, I think Ronaldinho. He's just somebody who I've always admired, just the way he plays, Joga Bonito. Off the field, he's like a fun guy, happy guy. It's like, how would you not?
He definitely knows how to have fun.
And he knows how to have fun, you know. Not listening, right? But he knows how to have fun, right? But like, I mean, I feel like he's just an easygoing guy. That'd be a dope day to spend with him. Just, you know, kicking about and just watching him do his thing, because he's one player I'd love to hang around with.
Diego Maradona in his prime days.
Yeah. Oh shit, bro. What?
What?
R.I.P. man. R.I.P.
Pablo Escobar is when he played
in the prison. Imagine that. You could ask one of those questions like, yo, how was it playing in the prisons of Escobar? Yo, that's crazy. That'd be dope. I don't know, but let us know, who would you want to hang out with for a day and why? But if you guys are ready to get into it, I mean, I don't want to say it, but if you only have a few games to talk about in the predictions, that's it.
So you don't want to say it, but I will. Does that mean that this one is going to be less than an hour?
We'll see. We'll see. Oh, yeah. Hour and a half has been the average. So if we go for less than an hour and a half, then yes, it will be a shortened episode. So,
all right, let's see.
And that,
we might have time for some pro clips. Let's go.
Oh, okay. So, you ready? Let's do it. Alrighty. So, I mean,
that hurts more now with the headphones.
Oh, did it? I tried back on.
I left you.
That's sensible.
Sorry, my voice.
I have very good hearing.
My voice is a little gone today. I was going ape shit today in the car and at home, so forgive me for that. But I think it's fair to start with the first game of the week, which was the thrashing that was 4-0.
We can skip that one.
I know you want to. I kind of don't know how to start. I want to
Dude.
start off with yeah.
The build up to the game, it didn't even feel like a derby. Like the day of, I didn't feel like nervous. I was just like,
Must be nice to be on that side.
no, I just knew we were gonna win. I just knew it.
How did you feel though? Did you know you're gonna lose?
Oh, of course.
Did you have like some
Absolutely.
sliver of hope?
Oh, no, I was hoping to at least get one goal.
I
That was
had,
literally my only hope, was at least get one goal.
I had not a slim of worry in my mind. Like build up to the
There's
game, not one.
There is no chance that a Liverpool team that at one point was so far behind City, who are now a point behind, and are fighting for it. They're fighting for everything. There's no way we were ever going to amount to anything in this game. Never.
Well, I mean,
and Bruno even said it himself after the game. Liverpool are still fighting for the title. We didn't fight for anything. That's the difference.
And yes, fight. We'll talk about the players 100% because there's a lot of questions about the fight that was displayed in that game. The most fight I think was showed by Hannibal.
Dude, Gary Neville after the game, he was like, "That's proper passion, proper desire." Like, there's like these pundits are such dinosaurs, man.
Yeah.
Like apart from Carragher, who's actually the only pretty good pundit, and maybe Gary Neville, all of them like Graham Souness, Roy Keane, they're all just dinosaurs, bro. Like
break legs,
Brexit. Like it's so, like oh my god, man. It's just.
Yes, and I agree with you that their approach to the game in that sense is outdated. But I also get what they're saying in the sense that it was like United just didn't show any kind of like. I mean, Pogba. I don't want to say he's faking an injury, but
you saw the pressing of Liverpool. He's like, fuck this.
He's like, yeah, exactly. Like that's just like you have players who literally don't want to be there. But I kind of want to start off with Ragnick. You know, to me, he's in over his head at this point now. He starts a back five first time, and within 5 minutes, conceded, and you got to make a change already. Pogba injury, I think it was right.
Yeah, Lingard came on early.
Can we agree that he's probably in over his head at this point? He's not a good coach. He's a guy up top. He's a guy above. I think we've all established that already. How much time do you think Ten Hag needs to bridge the gap between United and Liverpool?
2 seasons.
I actually kind of agree a little bit with Gat.
I mean, there's already reports coming out that allegedly he's going to be given $200 million to use however he wants. We'll see, number one, if that's true, and number two, if that actually happens, because that hasn't happened over the course of a couple years.
Wait, what?
So him given $200 million to spend, or £200 million pounds.
You
Ten
spent
Hag.
the most. Oh, Ten Hag. I was gonna say about like United in general. You
transfer.
spent the most money out of every club in the world.
But like actually spend it wisely.
But so we were talking about the 2 to 3 windows. Listen, I hate United as much as my neighbor, right? I see a couple United fans tweet about it's going to take 10 years, 5 to 10 years for us to bridge the gap to Liverpool City. Now, who knows, right? With the recruitment, right, that United have been doing, it could possibly be. But the other day I was thinking about Liverpool's 2018 calendar transfer window. So, January 2018, they acquired Van Dijk from Southampton, right? And the summer they acquire Alisson and Fabinho. That's their spine right there. And arguably, 2 of them, maybe even 3 of them, are the best players in the world at the position. So, like I said, the recruitment, if they're able to recruit the right players, just one window. Look, Liverpool's whole spine. And obviously, you had the likes of Trent, Robertson, Salah, Mane, in previous windows. But if you get key players in one window, it can happen in the next season.
And not just key players that actually fit the system properly that Ten Hag is going to want to employ.
The next season, I talk about spine, the DM, the center back, and the goalkeeper. Liverpool had the most clean sheets in the league the season next season in 18-19. 97-point league campaign and won the Champions League. So I think for people who say, it's going to be a long time, you just all you need to do is recruit players. 2 to 3 windows, I think you're back. I think it's that simple, at least in my opinion.
Yes, I would agree that proper recruitment is a building block, not the answer to everything, because what Liverpool have now is a culture too. And I feel like that's very underrated as far as a club goes, especially a club the size of stature of Liverpool, United, Chelsea. Oh, not, I mean, recently, but whatever. Like clubs like that. But it just feels like United aren't that big team anymore. And that mentality is something that is going to be that they have to overcome that somehow. And I just don't see that with the group of players that are currently there. A brand new manager who has to come in, start building from the beginning again.
He's going to come in and clean house.
I mean, you say that, but
it's a lot easier to say that.
Yeah.
It's easier said than done.
He's going to come in and clean house with a player they just give an extension in a race to Bruno Fernandes. That does not show me that they're going to clean house. That shows me they value the players more than the coach. Again, what's cheaper? Get rid of a coach, get rid of a whole bunch of players. Coach. So, I mean, I don't 2-3 transfers definitely would be a huge boost. Will he get that time? Who knows? But it's I think it's gonna be a long-term project for you guys going forward.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Definitely Bruno, not in the sense where you're out of European competition. I think Europa is still like something you have to be competing in. Champions League would be the next step, and then competing for trophies. But yeah, I mean, I think there's a project that has to start over there. And
yeah, it's a definite rebuild. It's a definite rebuild. So it's gonna take time.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense as we rebuild based on the coach you're actually getting. But will the fans wait for that rebuild? Are they too impatient to say, in 2 years, like you're already saying?
Oh, they're gonna be impatient.
In 2 years, if we don't see results, if we don't see something, then we want him out. Because being realistically, that's not enough.
Nick, when Klopp came in, how long did it take to get his first piece of silverware?
4 years.
Yeah. So first year
the goals were to make it to top 4 because that's what was a struggle. Top 4.
Yeah.
Once you got there, then the next one was win something.
Should have been that season. Damn it.
I mean, yeah, it would have been 3, but 1 fucking point.
Yeah, but that's you can get the right players, but there's so much more to this puzzle that has to get solved first. I'm just really curious to see.
If you told me the goal is an FA Cup in the first 2, that may be a little bit more understandable. But if you want to start winning and win trophies, your expectations are too high to what he's walking into and what he's going to eventually be able to do for your team.
All right, so I'm thinking about it right now. 2015, 2016. 2015, 2016 Liverpool squad. I would argue that's completely worse than Man United's current squad right now.
But there weren't as many good teams around.
That's the other one.
No, but I'm just comparing squads. Like Liverpool, you had Daniel Sturridge and Felipe Coutinho. That's pretty much about it.
Mm-hmm.
United obviously have still class players. So I'm just comparing Liverpool's time they got to get it to the top, which 15, 16 to, I guess, 17, 18, 2018 when they reached the Champions League final against Madrid and Kiev. That's three seasons. Man United have a better squad than that. So the reason why I kind of agreed on God's point where it's 2 to 3 windows, because, I mean, look at that. Like, Liverpool's squad was so much worse than United's squad right now in 15, 16. And in 3 years, they're able to reach a Champions League final. And then next season, 97-point league campaign, another Champions League final back-to-back.
All right. You say you had a better squad. I'm not disagreeing with you. I want to pull the lineup right now just to kind of compare, right? And just tell me if these players are good enough to go on a run. I'd say probably the only 2 players you said, Daniel Sturridge and Coutinho, would be good enough to go on a run. I'm gonna name all these players. Let me know who you think would be okay. This guy can actually go on a run. David De Gea.
No.
Victor Lindelof.
No.
Phil Jones.
No.
Harry Maguire.
Yes.
Paul Pogba.
No.
Dalot.
No.
Bissaka.
No.
Matic.
No.
Rashford.
Yes.
Fernandez.
Yes.
Elanga.
No.
And then the other substitutes.
I'd said yes to those to be a part of the squad, not to be starting.
And realistically, out of all those players, you said McGuire is not going to be the kind of player that fits Ten Hag's system already. So he's not going to be a piece of that puzzle. So he's got to go or replaced somehow. Who else you say yes to? Rashford.
Rashford and Bruno.
Well, we'll give Rashford the benefit of the doubt this season because it's been rough on him. So we'll see if he can bounce back, happy as a player. So, and Bruno, yes, I would agree with you on that. I don't. You can say Ronaldo, but he's leaving apparently. I don't think they're that much better. It's a lot of players again who don't want to be there and who are leaving at the end of the season because of contractual issues. I don't know. I'm really curious to see what this next window is going to be for you guys and who Ten Hag brings in because that's going to be fun, huge for you guys. I mean, it's going to be crazy. But Nick, let's go over to Liverpool real quick because you have to give the credit to where credit is due. Thiago, to me, and Mane were just holy shit.
Mane's pass was beautiful.
Oh, dude, I couldn't get over that pass. That pass was dirty, beautiful. Bro. But Thiago, bro, like the way he was just like controlling everything in the mid, putting those fucking passes. Oh, dude, it was filth.
Look, it was a tremendous game, right? But it's also United tax. And I'm Thiago. I'm one of Thiago's biggest fans, but he had a 10 out of 10 performance. But like it's also United tax. United are shit. They're not good. So, but Thiago though on his actual playing, yeah, I completely agree. Like, I think it was pretty clear last season of why he didn't perform well. I guess I'd say the first 70% of his Liverpool career last season. So he joined in January, right? Yeah, January. And then I'd say from January, he got injured in the Merseyside derby away at Goodison Park, and he was back until December. From December to I'll say March, he was fucking horrible. But again, he never had Fabinho alongside him, and he was playing as a number 6, trying to control the tempo as a number 6 with the likes of Wijnaldum, Curtis Jones, Jordan Henderson, whose legs were shot. So it wasn't like I completely agree on the people who said, "Oh, he's performing like shit," but to say like this is what he is, he can't adapt to the league. He's too slow. He slows Liverpool down. Like I've never like heard a person say Andrea Pirlo slows 2007 AC Milan down, or Toni Kroos slows 2018 Real Madrid side down. Like I've never heard anyone say that, and I've never heard anyone say that to any controller of a game. So to kind of automatically put that stamp on Thiago just because we all associate the Premier League with boom, 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 right? So it's not like like I said last episode, technicality will always win and show out in the end, right? Because the ball moves faster than the player's legs. So that showed this season. This season every time he's been fit, like I said, and he's starting, I do not remember it. And you guys know me. I'm able to remember literally every game from Liverpool's title-winning season. So this season, every time he's fit, I haven't recalled one single poor game he's played at all. And this game, like these past few games that he's been played, I talked about it last episode, the 3-2 against City at Wembley in the FA Cup semifinal. Again, like back-to-back fucking masterclasses. Like the way he picks up the ball. He's 31 years old, but he's so nimble, which is ridiculous. Like he's just so nimble. The line-breaking passes, the over-the-top balls, the diags to whether it be Salah or Mane, and overall just dictating tempo, but at a fast speed, which obviously, like I said, United types because like if you look at Liverpool's first goal, if you look at the overall structure, I think they were playing 4-2. Was it 4-3-2?
During the first goal, we started with a 5-back.
Yeah, so like out of possession, if you look at there was a screenshot, this picture, just the overall like Anfield view of the pitch, and like the amount of gaps in between the lines was a fucking joke. Like you had a good like 20 feet in between each player, so it was just a matter of it literally just took 5 minutes into the game, and for players like Thiago who can kill you one pass, it's just bound to happen. But like Mane, you mentioned Mane, like you guys know how critical I've been in the season, like. I called him literally washed in the beginning of the season, which was completely wrong. But I think I was right in calling him declined because I think it's very disrespectful to say he's not declined if you compare it to his form of 2018 to 2020 because arguably he was the best left winger on the planet during that form. So during that time span. But now ever since I saw this tweet, so it was he started as a second striker at Southampton. When he came to Liverpool in 2016, 2017, he started as a right winger. When Salah came, everyone thought he was going to be an understudy. He moved on to a left winger. And now he is playing the false 9, center forward position, trying to win Liverpool a Premier League title. So his overall Premier League career has been absolutely stellar. And now, like, I think out on the left, where he has to use his explosiveness and his athleticism, like you saw it every single time. Even after AFCON, when people would say, oh, it's going to make them more confident. When he would play out on the left, you would just see like he's not as explosive as he was 2 years ago. Even last season, he came out with this quote. He was like, I don't know what I've been drinking. I don't know what I've been eating. I've been getting tests done, and I still don't know what's wrong with my body. I don't know what has been an answer to my decline or whatnot. So, I mean, even he knew. So, yeah, like I said, out on the left, he has to use athleticism and explosiveness a lot more, but in the middle, he doesn't. He can rely on his technical qualities and his elite hold-up play. And so, obviously you have Jota, incredible goal scoring, but link-up play and overall play isn't there. Firmino, you have the overall link-up play there, but the goal scoring isn't there. And Sadio Mane kind of get the best of both worlds. And yeah, the pass to Liverpool's second goal, like that's stuff you see season number 9s, like Harry Kane and Karim Benzema, who have been doing it since for fucking 5 years.
And they know their team is gonna be
right. Exactly. Like when you see Kane and Benzema, like yeah, like they do that. But when you see Mane, who just transitioned to a center forward like literally 3 months ago, do that, like damn, that's different quality. And he's just ever since I think it might have been Norwich at home, the 3-1, where Klopp switched him into a center forward position, and he actually scored that game. But he just looks sharp with the ball. And like I said, I think it's just down to he doesn't have to use his explosiveness that much down the middle, and he can take his time with the ball. He's also so unpredictable with his movement, so it just causes any havoc for any defender. Obviously, Phil Jones, Harry Maguire, and Victor Lindelof, they're not the best of defenders in the league. So you put a player like that with unpredictability and movement, he's gonna cause havoc every day in the fucking week. So yeah.
9. I mean, I have never seen a team look so comfortable on the field before. I mean, I have, but like in a big game like this, it was definitely crazy. A 9-0 aggregate over the 2 games this season.
Yep.
It's crazy, man.
And just this past game alone, I think the whole game, I think possession was like 72-28 in their favor. The second half alone, it was nearly 90-10.
If you look at the
this was a game where I'm glad I was working, because if I was watching it, I probably would have turned it off after the second goal.
each of Liverpool's midfielders, Fabinho, Thiago Alcantara, and Jordan Henderson, each of them, one, had more passes completed than the whole combined midfield of United.
Alisson had the most touches, had more touches and better pass accuracy than all of United. Alisson. That's crazy. He's a goalkeeper, bro.
Right.
What were United doing? Were they even there?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I also
This was a scrimmage.
I saw this expected, I think it's expected threat stat. It's a graphic, and Liverpool is like boom, boom, boom. It's like a fucking mountain. And literally on United's bottom half of its own side, it's nothing, nothing, nothing. And then that little short span they had from 45 minutes to like maybe 60 to
The beginning of the
65
second half
was a
when
little
Sancho
bit,
came on,
but
yeah.
literally the most majority of the game was just flat.
Did Liverpool ever get a second? It didn't feel like they were ever full throttle.
They didn't need to
It
be.
didn't feel like they were like
All out.
all out. It didn't feel that
so.
way.
I think so because I think you might say that because you've seen in the past with like counter pressing, because you just see when the player receives the ball and picks up the ball, you just see a Liverpool player on him, and once he passes the ball, another Liverpool player.
Yeah.
I think with this game, it wasn't more counter pressing; it was just what they do with the ball, and it wasn't more like killer passes, whether it be from Thiago or Trent. It was more just slowly breaking down the opponent and just boom. Like for example, Liverpool's first goal, right? I think it was a Henderson pass into Mane. That was obviously the McGuire mistake, and Mane turns around and boom.
If you're gonna, as a defender, if you're gonna commit, you 100% don't start. Think for a second. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't do this, and then you're caught flat-footed.
Well,
if you're gonna commit, just fucking go for it.
Was he committing to it? Or was he trying to do an offside trap?
No,
I don't know what he was trying to do.
He started. He was going to commit, and then he realized, hold on, and he stopped halfway through. Like, and then Dallo just was caught too. He didn't track back like he was supposed to, and let Trent and Salah just run right by him. If you're McGuire, if you're gonna commit, just fucking commit. Like, foul him if you have to, but if you're gonna start that and leave no one behind you, and if you're not gonna at least turn to the right and say, "Hey, can you cover me? I'm gonna go." The fuck.
Yeah, what's it called? I've like on Liverpool's team, and obviously I'm a Liverpool fan, but like their team is a joke. Like their profiles they had, like they genuinely have 5 top class forwards, and then just every profile they have. So they have a top class DM and Fabinho, and then they have arguably the best center back in the world in Van Dijk, and then arguably the best fullbacks in the world, and Robertson and Trent, and you probably arguably have the best 1v1 stopper in Allison. So it just every single facet and every single profile in their players without like throughout the squad, it's a joke. Like I'll never really praise Liverpool like that on this podcast, but like the team they have is absolute fucking joke. Like everywhere on the pitch is just a golfing quality. Like when they don't face Chelsea and City, I think they're just miles better than every single other team on this planet.
I mean, it's kind of hard to disagree with that with the results you guys have, but yeah, thrashing from Liverpool again. I changed United's instead of MUFC to MUFU for Manchester United. I'm sorry, hold on. Manchester United I'm sorry, I'm messing it up right now.
You good?
Manchester Ununited. That's what I meant to say. Mark, you good? You might fall asleep over there, dude.
The explanation got me like, what the fuck?
I think you were like that for the past 10 minutes, bro. I was like, you were just like over here like this.
When I said on Friday that
celebrating today
a little slower, I was lying.
What happened?
I said when I said on Monday that everything has gone a little slower at my end, I was lying.
Oh, I got busy. All right, so look, let's move on to the next game.
And yes, I did celebrate a lot.
And yeah, well, anything else from this game that you guys want to touch on real quick, or did we kind of address the?
We showed some progress. Instead of 5-0, it was 4-0.
Oh, and
so now next season it'll be 3-0 and 2-0.
Kudos to you.
And shout out to the Liverpool fans for
the 7-minute praise.
That was actually pretty fucking amazing watching it. So credit to that. But anything else, guys? Let's move on to the next game, which was Chelsea losing at the bridge to Arsenal.
The beauty.
We've got Super Mega Teta. He knows exactly what we need. Fuck you, Lee Gunner. I hate that guy, bro. He's so annoying, bro. All right, man. Look, so Marco, do you agree with me? And when I say that, I feel like Chelsea had a worse game than we had a better game.
Yes.
Okay. Well, talking about your overall reactions to the actual game itself.
My reactions are our group chat of the Gunners one.
Oh my
god,
god,
that's something of the funniest shit. I was sadly.
I know.
Like, and I mean, I muted the chat.
Yeah.
Because I agree with you when it comes to Dimmy, and I've done it myself. That I've jinxed the team a little bit. Not always. Not. I mean, at least my end. No, but he likes to do it.
Like I'm not saying we literally jinxed them. It's just
we love you, Dimmy.
Yeah, we love you, man. But it's not saying we literally jinxed. It's just like hold the rest of the
don't celebrate too.
Let's celebrate.
Like do like a nice celebration, but don't start talking shit.
Yeah, you know who we're playing right now. So like let's.
But
keep our heads on right now.
I was at work for the first 75 minutes of the game. I barely made it to home to watch just the last 15. The chat had me dying with you consistently telling Dimmy to stop celebrating.
I didn't stop celebrating. I did.
It's like, Dimmy, please. And then they scored, and then you did 3 dots.
He's already going. I'm like, dude, relax. Go. 5 minutes later, I'm like, fuck. And then
it's smiley face on Wiki.
And then we scored again, and then he's like, Wiki face. I'm like, bro,
chill.
Relax. It was a beautiful goal. Yeah, let's do it. But like, don't start talking shit. 5 minutes later, another goal. I'm like, fuck. So you know how I get with that, man. But
I mean, overall, look, I enjoyed. I mean, of course, the first half was no biting. The fact that we scored so early, I wasn't expecting Nketiah to push that much, to push himself that much. To me, Nketiah, in my opinion, was the best player of the match. They didn't give it to him. I think they gave it to Saka, which is perfectly fine. But that was what I was missing for at least for Nketiah, is to see him want it that much. To me, his willingness and his desire to go for every ball, to win every ball, and to see what he could do with the ball and score, brought the rest of the team to want the same, in my opinion, at least. Yes, were we bad defensively? Of course we were. We're not. Our full squad is not there. We played with Ben White as a right back, Tavares, which is consistently having issues on the left. Holden was the one that was playing center back with Gabriel this time. Or Gabriel. The change this time was that we played with El Neni, which I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like to play today.
There were some big changes as far as how the way we lined up and actual player positioning.
Yeah, exactly. So overall, I mean, yes, I do agree with you when you say that Chelsea played worse than what we played good. But at the same time, it's nice to see that we wanted it that much.
Yeah.
And I did mention last Monday that based on how we performed this game, I would feel confident for the rest of the next 5. I think we have 5 more games to go. And with this result, I have a really good feeling that we'll be top 4.
So I agree with you when you said that we don't have a full team there, and that's why defensively we look kind of rough recently.
But we've noticed that with
Tomiyasu's
miss,
yes,
goals are going a little bit easier.
Yeah,
and even Cedric, we didn't have him for the majority of the game. This one, he actually kind of looked like he got really badly hurt for a minute. Yeah, towards the end. I mean, it could have been. It's just the minute I looked at it on my phone that he was on the ground.
Oh yeah, there was a foul. Yeah.
Okay. So I just assumed that he got hurt after that, but he finished the game, so I'm hoping that he's good. But yeah, man, again, we've seen it. Defensively, we're not all there because our key players are not there.
Yeah. So like, what I was gonna piggyback off of you was in the sense that I actually heard I forget his name. I think his name is Babs. He's like a Arsenal supporter.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, I like him a lot. I think he's very sensible. Sometimes he's a little over the top, but it is what it is. Our first team lineup, like fully healthy, fit lineup, is a Champions League team. Not a winning team. I'm not saying they're a Champions League winner, but they're a fighting Champions League team. But that's it. That's just our first team. We're down to the bare studs right now. Like that, we're at our foundation. We're trying to build on top of that. You want to yawn so bad right now. I can see in your face. But no, yeah, I agree with you in that we're missing our players. But to me, the key switches was the way they be lined up. El Neni was first half was a little scratchy, but I mean after that he did phenomenal. Granted, Xhaka had one of his best games this season, and he continues to show why managers pick him, even though he has those. Nick calls him the bozo gene.
Yep.
But Holden coming in, the way we lined up was more of a back 3 with Gabriel, Holding, and Ben White, and Saka and Tavares wing backs. But I love the way that we changed the formation in different facets of the game. When we were attacking, you saw Saka and Tavares blasting up the wing, and then Ben White, Gabriel Holding sitting back with Gabriel Holding further back. And on defense, we had everybody back. We had 5 in the back. So tactically, I think we lined up perfectly, and Arteta really nailed home the gameplay for the game plan for this game, which is why we got the result. I see why you think Nketiah deserves the man of the match, which I wouldn't be mad at all if he got it. I think he does. If he would have gotten it, just deserves. But both those goals were errors. You know,
they would call it. He was just a perfect poacher at the moment.
Yeah, and look, that's what you need. Sometimes that's what you need.
He made them commit those errors.
Exactly.
Well, the first one, no. The second one, yes.
Exactly. He did because he pressed the ball.
Yeah, he pressed it enough that he kicked it correctly.
He caused it. So credit to him where it's due 100%. I'm not discrediting him for anything. Hopefully he carries momentum into the weekend going against United. But just like his overall gameplay still isn't there. Like his passing, his build up, that isn't there.
I'm not gonna say right now that he's our next. No, he did a phenomenal job for this game.
Yeah.
He did what he was supposed to do, and he showed us that he is willing to continue fighting for a spot eventually. I'm not saying he will be our next striker. I'm not saying that he should be our next striker next season. I'm not saying even that he should be playing as a starter next game. I'm assuming Laka's going to be playing against Man United, but I'm just saying in this game he deserves at least man of the match because he did what he did, and because what he did is where we're at right now.
I didn't say you said any of that.
Hmm?
I didn't say you said any of that.
I did it.
I didn't say you said any of that.
Oh, my bad. No, I'm just basically reiterating. There you go.
All right.
Hold up. You mentioned that Arsenal lined up in 3-back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I checked right now. Chelsea's 5 league losses, two of them coming against Man City. The other 3 were against Arsenal, Brentford, and West Ham away. West Ham, Brentford, and Arsenal both matched Chelsea's formation. I think that's probably the best way to get at Chelsea. Just match them, match their wing backs, especially because the way Chelsea kill you, especially when they're at their peak, is their wing backs. The way they're able to stretch the field, it always just seems like they always have 12 players because they always have a player open out wide. Remember in August, the reverse fixture at the Emirates, Reece James.
Oh yeah.
Reece James had all the time in the world, literally the whole game out on the right. So that's Chelsea's way of killing you through the wing backs and their width. So yeah, I think the way Arsenal lined up was peak Arteta, and obviously El Neni in the middle. The one thing he's very good at is keeping the ball and keeping the ball ticking. Like he's a pretty decent progressive with the ball. Yeah, he's not bad at. He just he's a decent player where a game where obviously you need to keep the ball and just keep it ticking and progressing. And I mean, he's fine at that. And I think Arteta actually coached it very well. Like you mentioned, Nuno, he didn't start against Palace away. He had the trust of starting him at left wing back. And Kedia, he could easily started Lacazette or Pepe or Martinelli at the 9. He puts the faith in Nketiah, which I guess obviously hindsight because in this past season we've seen Nketiah get countless chances. And obviously since Fulham at home last season, remember he scored that last minute winner. It was like 97th minute, Fulham at home. Since then, he hasn't scored. What was it, a league goal at all?
No.
So, I mean, it's props for Arteta to stick with him at Bridge away. So
yeah, I would go as far, and I would agree with you. I don't know if you said this actually, but I would actually go with as far as starting him against United.
Oh
I think he deserves it. Yeah. I think he deserves it. We'll see. That's not my call, of course, but a fun stat that I saw for Arsenal, which kind of got me just, internally a little bit excited. But for the first time in 15 years, 2 U21 players scored 10-plus goals for the same team. Do you know who the last one was? Obviously, I'm talking about Smith Rowe and Saka right now.
Say it again?
So for the first time in 15 years, 2 U21 players scored 10-plus goals for the same team. The last duo, do you know who that was?
Cesc Fabregas?
No, it could be no. I'm talking about a duo, like it's from the same team scoring 10-plus goals. 2 U21 players.
In the Premier League?
Yeah.
In the last 15 years?
The last 15 years.
So this is what, 07?
Yeah, go on as far back as then.
Is it a big 6?
Yes. It's a duo that...
U23?
U21.
Oh, U21, sorry. Double digits?
Double digits. If you really think about it, once I say it, you'll be like, oh, yeah.
I want to get it. Fuck. I want to get it. God, help me out.
I feel like
Gat should get this.
If anybody needs to be able to get it.
Gat should get this.
I should, but I can't think of anyone right now.
15 years ago, was Cristiano still U21? Nah.
How old is he now? 35?
37.
15 years ago, yeah. 21. 22. 21? Depending on what month. Hint.
Is it United?
Hint.
It has to be. You said I should get it.
It's not Rooney.
Ronaldo and Rooney.
Rooney was U21 15 years ago?
I was thinking Rooney, but I didn't.
Ronaldo and Rooney was the last.
15 years ago?
15 years ago.
07?
I believe it was 07, yeah.
Rooney was U21?
That's what was getting me, because I thought of him first, but I didn't think he was U21.
No, it is because Rooney joined, I think he was 16 when he came from Everton to United in 04. So, yeah, that would make him a U21. That's crazy. Shout out Rooney. Peaked so early, but declined very, very early as well.
Yeah. But I saw that. Give me a little like a good sense for the future. Hopefully.
I was for the third goal and get this the third goal. There was an image towards the end of the celebration, and all I saw were kids playing. Like they run to the line, and it's them celebrating, but all I can see is kids just celebrating. And then they came out with the stat that our whole team was under 25 years old. or but the
majority
aggregate
because
win,
Shaka was there.
yeah.
And,
But
yeah.
and it was like the first time I think an under 25 had beaten Chelsea. Something like that
Well,
to that
dude,
extent.
I believe last game Shaka was our oldest player on the team on the pitch at one point. He's 28 years old.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. So I mean, look, the youth project continues. Arteta continues top 4 race right now. This was a huge bump. Not a bad bump. I mean, bump up in our progress, which gave me more hope. I was definitely in denial, as you guys heard last episode. I have a question on Chelsea though. Questionable lineup, questionable Lukaku.
I was surprised when I saw that.
Yeah, man.
First
and
start
then
since February.
and then I wasn't surprised when he's the one that comes off.
So do you guys feel like I'm exaggerating when I say that Tuchel didn't respect us enough and kind of
I would agree.
different?
I would agree with that.
Yeah, because the fact that Lukaku hasn't started since February says a lot, and the fact that he decided to use him now, I feel like it was like okay, they kind of like
it's Arsenal.
Yeah, they've lost the past 3 games.
I saw a couple tweets on Timo Werner, and obviously he did well against Southampton away and Bernabeu away. Like, I don't understand why. Like, his numbers are pretty good, right? He's a good profile, but when I looked at Chelsea's front 3, I know people were talking about their defensive, Malang Sarr, Andreas Christensen. But like that front 3 of like Mason Mount's fine, right? Romelu Lukaku and Timo Werner, like they're so like not good. They're just not good. Like there's no way you're gonna score goals. Like I know Timo Werner's profile is pretty good. Like, but the guy's technically like one of the worst footballers in the league. And
Werner?
Yeah, like the guy has a shit first touch, like in and around the box. Like he just has no awareness. He's just a good profile. Like, he's touchline, like you just said. He's pacey. He makes runs from in behind.
Well, he gets a lot of opportunities. It just feels like it always goes against him.
Yeah, I mean it's gone against him for almost 2 years now. But like that front 2 of Lukaku and Timo Werner. Obviously, Kai Havertz is on the bench tonight, but
at some point, is it just a coincidence or is it?
Yeah, their squad needs a lot of revamping. Even though they won the European Cup last year, but still, their squad needs a lot of revamping this summer because if they don't acquire key profiles in the attack, in defense, and in the midfield with the declining lights of N'Golo Kante and the questionable form of Jorginho, so a lot of acquisitions need to be made.
A little quick topic off of the football, but more on the fans. It was fairly empty in there, given everything that's going on at the club. Have you guys heard any news on top of that, outside of that, like new ownership, anything coming out of that? Yeah, I think it's gone kind of quiet.
It's been swept under the rug. I think
the only thing I know is like the Ricketts or something like that. Chelsea fans don't mess with them because apparently they're racist. But that's the only thing. That's about it, to be honest.
Yeah, and again, the same one did look fairly empty. So that's we're starting to see the side of the effects there. And they were missing. They had like one game ball.
Well, I know at one point you couldn't buy tickets to go see
That
Chelsea.
is one of the funniest shit that to see is they're like the ref is like pointing over there.
Where's the
He's
ball?
like look around like where's the ball at? Like where's it at? They have these 10 balls around the field. Like, what happened to the ones behind? I guess if the ball boys didn't show up.
There's no more money. There's no more money. There's no more balls. They have one game ball. That's it.
You guys have 2 at the whatever place you guys play at, which we still have to talk about.
On the podcast? No.
Afterwards.
Oh, okay. But yeah, man. Look, I'm ecstatic. Big result for us. 4-2. A Mill Smith throw. I think we can. Marco and I. Nick. I don't know if you agree with us or not, but we think that was a very lucky call on our part.
Oh hell yeah!
But I'll take it.
The minute I saw it, I started laughing.
Wait, the soccer?
The penalty.
The penalty.
I
think it was lucky on our part.
I laughed and I said Saka should have gotten a yellow.
yeah. I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that would have been the case. But
I would have been pissed if I would have been Chelsea fan. Pissed.
Yeah.
Spiniquetas, the way that he reacted to it was, I think, was given. Like he reacted how it was supposed to react, and the fact that he not only was he pissed there, he let it go, of course, but then started arguing with the fans.
Yeah,
with the own Chelsea fans that were was telling him. So, assuming that this is what he's trying to say, is that you should have like actually grabbed him and like pulled him, yank him to the ground so that it made it actually a foul, not him being pulled and then him getting fucked over at the end. Like Van was kind of like telling him like, "Fuck, if you're gonna do it,
If you're gonna do it,
take
at
it with
least
you. Like, actually do it."
You
Like,
know what
be
you
more
got,
aggressive.
Mark. You know what you got to do, bro.
What?
You gotta do voiceovers.
What? Oh, with the
you gotta get a thing and just pretend you're the guy talking to me like, yeah, fucking grab him, that you fucking wanker. I'll do something, bro.
I can't do voices, bro. Give me the bench with the voice, with the bench.
Oh, God, man. We need a new intro, man. We need a nice little intro, but listen, man. Great result again. I'm happy camper. Other results around the league. We have Everton drawing at home against Leicester, continuing the race to the relegation.
Classic Leicester, 90 like third or fourth minute is when Everton tied it.
Yeah, Leicester, man. They're just a question. They're just like
This season
a
has
roller
been very
coaster team.
questionable, yeah.
I think it's just time to move on from Rodgers. Like,
Yeah.
like he had his time there. Obviously, won the FA Cup.
I'd love to see Graham Potter there.
Yeah. Like,
I thought about that. I really would like to see that.
there just needs to be some more juice shot into to Leicester's fans' veins, because last season they weren't able to mount a top 4 challenge like the season in like 1920. This season they're not. So I think just a slight manager change will just help get the fans back on track, because from that league winning season from 2016 to 2020, obviously they won the league 2016, Champions League the following season. So 16, 17, 18. 17, 18, I think is when they sold like Riyad Mahrez, and N'Golo Kante the season prior. And 18, 19, 19, 20, they challenged for top 4. So obviously,
and they got rid of McGuire. I mean, come on.
But yeah,
They won that one.
They need some juice back, and I think Brendan Rodgers' time is up. And I don't know where to go. Remember there was United links last season?
Oh
There was
yeah.
also this
And
early
Arsenal
on
links.
this season too.
Yeah.
Everton 4 points clear from Burnley right now, tied on games. So that's another one that's going to go down to the wire to the end of the season. Newcastle, Crystal Palace. Beautiful goal from Almiron, but some shithousery from Alex and Maximum. Nick, you don't like it at all. You were saying earlier, right?
Like I love fancy players, Jogo Bonito, but like that shit is just so stupid. I love what Kiyate did as well. Like he just stood back and like I guarantee you that I put into St. Maxim and said like, bro, what the fuck am I doing? And he just passed the ball.
Yeah.
Like that shit is so goofy. Like I hate that shit. I watched that video. I was so pissed. Like, bro, what are you? Like, you look like a clown.
Oh, I don't know. It does give that vibes like, dude, this guy is not even on there to like
Ronaldinho would never do that.
Yeah.
And he's like Jogo Bonito
Ronaldinho
king.
would do it to like get past you and score a goal, not just to do it. Just to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. That was pretty funny. Man City. I think they were 0-0 the first half. I was like, oh shit. I had to keep a side little, had a little squint on that game, but they did what they had to do. 3-0. Mahrez, Foden, Silva on the score sheet. That's just surprised. I'm not very surprised.
The takeaway I took from this game was not on Man City, but about Liverpool's league title and their aspirations of winning it. So if Liverpool are now able to win the league title, which is looking likely because obviously it's in City's hands and City's running a lot harder. I said I think Liverpool win the remaining games, but obviously it's not in their hands. I want minimum if Liverpool do not win this league and they lose it by a point again, like in 18-19, so it'll be 2 times by a point. I want a minimum cup treble, which includes the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, and the Champions League. So that's minimum if Liverpool do not win the league.
If you guys are listening to this, Nick is saying that the league right now, Liverpool are gonna win every game. That's pretty confident, and it's in Man City's hands. So Nick is wholeheartedly in the camp of the quadruple is still very much alive.
It's alive, but if Liverpool don't win it, I expect minimum. I'm not saying like I expect 3 trophies, because I think Liverpool and Klopp's really peak when he acquired all his players from 2018 till now. Obviously, they missed out. They were 1 draw away from becoming invincibles and winning the Champions League, Premier League double. Last season, they were riddled by injuries. So I think Liverpool have kind of underachieved when it comes to trophies because their squad is a joke. So that's why I'm literally, if they do not win the league, I'm expecting a cup double. I'm expecting it, and I think they're going to the Champions League final. I'm not gonna sit here and say like I think Villarreal will be a tough tie, but I'm not gonna sit here and say like Villarreal is gonna like Liverpool should be winning and going to Paris. Obviously, they're in the FA Cup final, so that's 2 games they have to win, in which I expect them to win. So, like I said, if they do not win the league, I expect a cup trouble. Like I expect it. Like
That's
I
crazy.
really, I wholeheartedly expect it because I expect it from a squad that they have right now. Because if they don't win a Champions League or the Premier League, it'll just be like, bro, like a squad with this like all timers, like literally all timers of players in Van Dijk, Alisson, Salah, and countless others. And you just walk away with the Carabao Cup. Like even if they win the FA Cup, like I want one of the Champions League or the Premier League.
This gives you the resemblance of the pedestal that Barcelona were at back in the day when they won the treble. Like that was their time to win it. This is Liverpool's time to win it. So yeah, it's crazy, man. I saw a stat. I wish I would take a picture of it of the odds of Liverpool winning the quadruple from the beginning of the season till now, and how they've done so well. Like it was like 3,000 to 1, and now it's like 14 to 1. It's like that's fucking amazing.
It just sucks. It's just not in their hands. Like if they were able to draw, like they blew a 2-0 lead early in the season at Brighton, 2-0 lead away at StamfordBridge. If they were able to just hold on, the quadruple would be in their hands. And if they were to fail to win the quadruple, they would blame it on themselves. But now it's not in their hands. So I just wish it was in Liverpool's hands.
Game of fine margins, man. Game of fine margins. But Man City are in the driving seat. We will see how that continues. That wraps up for the recap. Are we doing predictions for today? Oh yeah, because today's Wednesday, right? So we got some games coming up, boys. We got some pretty big games actually, especially if you're looking at the bench. We got a bench derby going on.
Do you want the results beforehand?
Oh yeah, the results. Go ahead.
All right. So as of right now, the fight for last place is still between Josue and Gat.
What's the score?
Well, let me go. So no anymore. The tie has been broken. So first place as of right now is Eric with 30, Nick with me in second with 26, Nick with 25, Josue with 19, and Gat with 18.
1 point.
One game difference. So you better start racking up these points, bro. You can't do what I did as 2-2. I screwed myself on that one. I should have actually thought seriously about the results, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's all fun and games, and hopefully I'm not the one with the last the last place. And I have to start picking up because fucking Nick is right behind me. So
yeah. So this is your weekend to pick up. Get your predictions right. We are doing our Predictatron for this weekend. First game of the week, Saturday, nice and early, 7:30 in the morning. I am so annoyed that it's us.
Now it's at 7:30?
7:30, yeah. That's why.
Ah, no, bro. They needed to put these games under the lights, bro. That's a fucking classic. Arsenal, Man United, Emirates.
7:30
That needs to be under the floodlights.
After a game like today as well. So, pretty upsetting if you're an Arsenal fan. But with all that being said, I know. That's a game.
Like, those games should be like
12:30 here.
Like all-timer games should be played under the lights. No doubt about it.
Just talk to the fucking broadcasters about that. But all right, Marco, talk to me. Arsenal at home hosting Manchester Ununited.
Realistically, I'm not walking confident, but I do think that we will have a decent result. With Man United, you just never know, bro. They've been so shit lately that I wouldn't be surprised if they wake up for this upcoming game. Okay. So I have a feeling it's gonna be like a decent battle. But we are gonna walk away with the win. I'll give it a 2-1.
Okay.
I agree. 2-1. Arsenal.
No, nothing want to emphasize on.
No, we suck.
The smirk, bro. The smirk.
No, we suck.
I think what you guys are trying to like think like. I think Gat's like being like serious because like against that Liverpool game, obviously they played poor and Liverpool is one of the best teams in the world. And I think you compare Arsenal and Man United. I think they're all how many points separate between them?
A game.
3.
Points though.
3. I think it's
yeah.
3. Yeah.
Like, but if you just look at the actual football,
yeah.
Like Arsenal should, like without a doubt, if Arsenal draw to be on their own doing, Arsenal should win this game, like no doubt, and it should be comfortably as well. Because after I watched United away at Anfield, like the football, like just everything about football, the structure, the system, Arsenal system and structure is a lot better. So it should be a comfortable win. Like no joke, it should be like regardless of Arsenal, Man United, top class results in past years and past decades. Right now, Arsenal's structure and system is miles ahead of United. So I'll give it a 2-0 Arsenal.
Yeah, I agree with Nick on man. United are in a different. Just in a different place right now. I think that's the time.
If we're lucky, we might not get Europe at all.
Look,
That'll be an
right
actual
now,
rebuild.
if you're Arsenal, there's blood in the water. Go for the kill. So I'm gonna give this 3-1 Arsenal. Man City Watford, because Man City is in the driving seat. So will Watford knock them off?
Watford 1-1.
He hasn't put it into the universe, man. He hasn't put it into the universe.
Look, today after Brighton lost 3-0, I was walking in my neighborhood, and I'll take a walk on Saturday morning as well. So I was walking in my neighborhood today, and I was walking past a bush. There's a lot of bees, and this one bee out of 1,000 bees came up to my shoulder and said, "There's gonna be an upset."
The bee whisperer.
That's what I'm hearing. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing, and I'm going 1-1, man.
I like how Nick changed a little birdie told me to a little bee told me. Man, I love it. Are you getting that same message across, Gat?
No. 4-0 City.
Nick took too serious that today is 420.
I'll come back here Saturday and
What kind of bush did you walk by?
Roy Hudson got something for City. I'm telling you.
Was that bush burning by any chance?
Roy Hudson, he got something. Watch. He got something. Spanner into
was that bush rolled in a piece of paper? And was it
I want what Nick was having.
5-0 United.
While those bees were talking to us.
Fuck you, Nick.
If that happens, you can't take that.
I'll kill you.
That'll be funny as hell. After all this. No, Man City's not going to walk away with the loss of this one or tie. 3-1.
I'm gonna give it 4. I'm gonna go with Gap 4-0 on this one for Watford. For Man City. Sorry. This game I think is gonna be quite a good one. Brentford hosting Spurs.
2-1 Brentford.
3-2 Brentford.
2-2.
I was gonna say 2-2 as well.
And this is not a joking one. This is like I actually have a feeling.
I wasn't say 2-2 as well. I'll agree with you. I second that one. And then Sunday, 2 games to look out for. Well, more, but 2 games that we're gonna look out for. Chelsea, West Ham. West Ham are still in the race top 4. Just not forget about that. You can't exclude them. Chelsea is at home.
3-0 Chelsea Football Club.
2-1 Chelsea.
Yeah, I think this one hurt them. It hurt them a lot. So I do have to agree with you guys. I'll go with 3-1.
I was gonna say 3-1 Chelsea as well. Shit, we're on the same wavelength today. I like that. All right. And then last but not least,
I think you're just playing it safe because he's right behind you. So you're just.
I was thinking about that.
Eric, you go first. You choose first.
He's just copying whatever he does, just in case if you're both right, you're still ahead.
It's Liverpool versus Everton. Well, the scoreline. Oh, that's the scoreline. Yeah, actually, yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's a Merseyside derby here.
You're making sure that even with the score lines, if we're both wrong, we're both wrong. If not, then at least we both get the same amount of points.
I didn't even think about that. But Everton's traveling to Anfield. Everton are in the relegation battle. If that has any effect how they're going to perform, I don't know.
It's their city rivals, bro. I don't think it's going to affect it at all.
For real, Nick.
Look, one thing that Klopp loves doing in Merseyside derbies is, so at Liverpool's league winning season in 2019 in December, I think he started Adam Lallana in the 6th, Dejan Lovren, Divock Origi, which he loves scoring against Everton, and Jordan Shaqiri. So he literally put out pretty much a B squad, and then the FA Cup game after, he put out kids against them and won 1-0. Curtis Jones, curler outside the box. So he does not have any respect towards Everton and their squad. So I would not be surprised if he puts out a much less weakened squad than what he put out yesterday.
Plus, you have Champions League next week, so.
Yeah, true. So I'll go 2-0 Liverpool.
3-0 Liverpool.
Now you go first, bitch.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Liverpool.
2-0. I'll go 3-0.
I was hoping you would say 2-0.
Fair
Because that would have been funny.
No.
All right.
We have to get at least 1 point between here. I should have said they was gonna score a goal, but I doubt they will. So.
Wow, I just ended my cousin broke his leg.
Oh,
Which
shit.
My little cousin.
Oh. Damn, that sucks, bro.
Yeah, I wonder what he's doing. Oh, well.
Climbing a tree.
Probably. I mean, look, if you didn't break a kid, if you, I mean, look, I didn't break a bone when I was a kid, but if you did, that means there's probably a good story behind it. So down the road, he'll look down and be like,
unless it's like
funny.
he was looking at his phone or
And he
like,
just tripped.
or
that would
switch
suck.
or whatever it's called.
Yeah. You know what? He probably was.
Because
just
I
walking
know
around-
your cousin, so I wouldn't be surprised if one of them was.
walking around on the switch and just like tripped and broke his leg. That'd be a bad story. Like you want a badass story to tell, like I broke my leg, you know.
Like your brother in the car with the bicycle flying over, you know.
See, look, like, if I broke my leg, I'd be like, look, I was out for a jog with my 50-pound vest on. I
As
saw,
a kid,
I saw a
fuck were you
baby.
doing?
I saw a baby in the carriage, just rolling on the street. So I went running. I dove about like 30. It was a 30 feet, like 30-yard sprint I had to do. The last 10 yards, I probably just dove, and then the car hit my leg. I see the baby though. That's how I broke my leg.
It's like,
The car hit your
didn't
leg.
hit me.
I'm
Don't
trying
ask
to.
me how. Don't
I'm
ask me
trying
how.
to
It was so
visual.
bad, I
I'm trying
blanked
to.
out.
I'm trying to visualize this scenario.
I blanked out.
this is the truth is the car didn't hit him. He tripped after saving the baby, and that will cause him.
Well, that's still a cool story though.
Not because all the action happened,
And
And
I
then you
tripped
tripped.
saving the baby.
you tripped after everything had
Marco,
happened.
look, Marco's still giving me credit for it. So thank you, Marco. Thank you for helping me out. That's how I would kind of like just fake my way through.
Like you said, we're saying.
But yeah, look, that's it. That's all we got for today, guys. Do you have anything else you want to bring up? Anything you want to get off your chest before the weekend and next episode?
No.
No. Yeah, I feel like you've been kind of quiet these past couple episodes, man.
I think Diego hasn't been feeding him that much information.
Oh, shit.
I
That's
think Diego is so pissed right now.
Damn.
Wow, that's crazy.
Diego is so pissed right now that he's not texting him back about Man United.
That's crazy.
That's why he keeps on saying Man United shit. Man United shit.
We suck. What else do you want me to say?
With
We
that being
suck.
said,
Diego.
we are the BenchWarmers, the bench of the boys, where the bench is always warm. And to close it out, here's a little song.
Oh my God.